in today. My hair is a little bit of a mess. So there's that. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me. You know you love it. So just been a little bit busy, a little bit tired, a little bit grumpy. I was really tired this morning. Yeah, so yesterday I got my carrots taken care of, like some of them. I'm having trouble walking and bending over, so I did what I could in the garden yesterday. I picked a lot of weeds. And then I tried really, really hard not to pull my carrots out because they're just like, it looks like a little blade of grass. And so I tried really hard to, weed around those. So we are doing that in the garden today. It's 64 degrees. It's a little cooler out. I'm okay with that. My hair is just like wet and crazy. I don't really enjoy weeding, no. But I just get out there. Well, I do enjoy the aftermath of it. Like, oh, everything looks neat and tidy. Like, but yeah. Yeah, it's 64. Where are you at? I don't even know what state you're in. Here it's 64. It hasn't been getting super cold at night, so that's a good thing. So everything is still good. We don't have to cover anything. Oh, you're in Minnesota. Yeah. The weather there can be a little bit, I think, unpredictable. I don't know. Hey, Happy Mac. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. So it just, there's, you ever have that one person where you just like, you can't understand their vibe? So when I don't understand somebody's vibe, or I don't understand why they are the way they are, I kind of avoid talking to them because they don't mesh well with my personality, I guess. I don't know. Yes, it's Tuesday. Feels like it should be Saturday. That's what I'm feeling. Can't wait for this weekend. I get Monday off. I just really need some time. Like, really. No, there's just a couple people that just give me the creeps. And I don't know. It just drives me crazy. Russell Brand is one of those people. Like, he totally gives me the creeps. I don't care what he's been through or what he's doing or whatever in life, but that guy gives me the freaking creeps. That's a great story. So I ate a lot of dark chocolate almonds and my tummy is full of poop. Well, you should probably get an adult diaper. Thanks. Freaking weirdos. Okay, it's one thing we joke around about pooping and farting, and because we're goofy like that, but it's another thing to be like completely and utterly disgusting. So, just putting that out there. Same, I get a vibe. Yeah, I get a vibe. Russell Brand, don't let the weirdos attach to your light. For reals. I'm trying to, wait, hold on. Chupamelia City? Hello, Greg. Thank you for coming in. I have no idea where that is or what country. It sounds like it's maybe a Spanish country. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's just people, specifically teachers are giving me this weird vibe too, and I'm just like, Russell has got some wild squirrels in his head. Yeah. There's just something about him. And okay, yeah, he's reading the Bible now and he's considered himself a changed man, but I don't really believe that. There's just something about him that really creeps me out. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Prisoners in jail freaking turn over a new leaf and start reading the Bible. Should we just trust them, especially murderers? I don't know how I feel about that. Yes, it is hard to find good teachers. I think it is, for sure. Well, it's not just hard to find good teachers. It's really like, it's not the government. It's people that are running the schools. They don't fork over the money to pay these people. They pay them the lowest cost as possible, and they think that's okay. Hard to, yeah. Some of the things he says are so off. Yeah. Hello, Marco. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Anyway, so I'm just tired. And the woman, I'm 99% sure the woman I work with is like an energy vampire. She don't even know it. She is just so freaking negative about everything. Okay? Dude, it was senior prank day. Okay, so the kids thought it was funny to TP the school. They TP'd the school. They were allowed to do this. They allow the students to do this, which is fine. It keeps them in check, because if they weren't allowed, then they could do other harmful things to the school. So they allowed them. They actually camped out front in their camper, in their RV, and they slept here overnight, and they TP'd the school, and they did, just the fun, youthful stuff that kids do. Okay? It's just something that kids do. Like, I heard about it the entire time I was at work. She don't have to clean it up. Why are you complaining about it? It's not that big of a deal. Let kids be kids. Okay? That is a time period, especially for my generation, where you sneak out of the house and you TP somebody's house. That is just what you do. It's a fun kid activity. And nowadays, I mean, we didn't mean any harm by it. I mean, if you're egging people's cars or something, or breaking their windows, that's something completely different. Like where I come from, like if you had a baseball team, like if you won, you TP the coach's yard, or or stuff like that. It's just a fun thing. And the negativity today, I don't give a shit if you are being kidding or not. You're just not a good person. So guess what? You're gone. Nico. Oh, shit. Okay. So, let's see. Ohio, yes. Oh, yes. I think she is, and she just doesn't know it. She just sucks the life from you. I spent most of my time away from her because she was driving me fucking nuts. Dude, kids are not that bad. The problem is with society is that people don't let kids be kids. Okay? Let the kids be kids. Let them have a little bit of fun. I know I wish I would have had more fun in high school. And maybe played some more sports, or, had fun. Just fun. Let kids be kids. They only get this opportunity, this chance once. Once they become seniors and they graduate, then they have to go to work. Well, most of them do. They have to find a job. They have to pay for a car. I got it, Happy Mac. That guy was a complete douche. It's alright. Kids match our energy. Yeah, and she's so nasty to the kids. I mean, and everybody knows this. Everybody has a problem with her. And then she has a minion that just drives me nuts. I just don't understand it. I love kids. I love the kids. The high school kids are so freaking awesome. They're so polite. They're so nice. Every once in a while you get a rude kid, but I don't think they actually mean to be rude. They're just in their kid form. They're just being kids. They're not adults. And so, I don't know. I'm just tired of the negativity, the constant talking about how Republicans are ruining the school. I hear about this crap all day long. It just drives me up the wall. And yeah, the kids are fantastic. I mean, I can understand if we were in like a inner city school where, yes, sometimes those, like, we have a particular inner city school where I used to come from, and the kids were horrible. I mean, they were horrible. They throw things at the teacher. I mean, horrible kids. These kids are just like your down-to-earth farm kids. Like, they all have farms, they all have like ATVs and trucks and like tractors, and it's like your typical country school. These kids are not bad. And if they are bad, there's something going on. There's something wrong. There's something going on at home. And I'm always like an open door with these kids, because I just feel like kids always need someone to talk to. And sometimes talking to your parents, it's just not a thing. Like, so, I'm always an open door with these kids, and I always like check on them, make sure they're eating and make sure that they're okay, because I love kids. And I think that's, they're not adults yet. They still have time to develop and stuff like that. It's just, yeah. You're right, Happy Mac. Hello, Uncle Al. Sorry, I was on a rant. I'm physically and mentally like drained from that. I try to just ignore her, but it's just obnoxious. It's just absolutely obnoxious. And she talks crap about everybody behind their back. It drives me insane. I am not a person like that. And I listen to her and I go, and whatever. But I don't agree with her. And she talks shit about my boss all the time. By the way, my boss is a freaking saint. Okay? She puts up with her. She's been putting up with her for years. The woman is just a nasty, nasty woman. And then, I'll message my boss, but hey, you did, I'm letting you know you're doing a fantastic job. Don't let that woman get you down. Because I know sometimes she'll come in and she'll come in real quick and then she'll leave because she doesn't want to be around her. And then my boss, and then she talks crap about her behind her back. She'll be like, she only came in for a second. She didn't even say hi to us. I'm like, she's a boss. She's a manager of both kitchens. That's what she does. She works hard, and she not only does us, but she does the entire maintenance for the school. She's ahead of all that. She does both positions, and she doesn't have time for drama, chit chat. If you wanted to chit chat with her, call her on the phone after hours. I mean, I don't know what to tell her. It's just, I don't know. Do you have a drive your tractor school day? Yeah, I don't. I think we had in the past, but not too many kids have that. So then, yeah. But last year they did. They drove their tractors to school. There's a drive your tractor to the bar day. That's hilarious. Yeah, zombie people are nuts. I just don't have time. Yeah. And then, the tariff thing really gets me because she was talking about how she lost 300. Okay, my brother is very, very into the stock market. Okay, my brother makes a lot of money on the side doing a lot of stock market stuff. He's a nurse typically, but he loves messing around with the stock market. And so she told me that she lost $300,000 in the stock market over this tariff stuff. And that's really not true. If you lost $300,000, that means you almost had $1 million to invest in the stock market. You would have had to have invested quite a bit of money to lose that much. I just don't understand the constant. Yeah, exactly. I just don't believe that for an instant. I don't talk about my money. I don't talk about that kind of stuff. That's like you're bragging, and I don't brag. I don't, my mom is very well off. My parents were very well off. My mom worked 2 jobs, and my dad had a business and worked a second job too. They sold their business. They sold the business years ago, and they made lots of money. And my parents have invested their money very wisely. My parents are very wealthy. Okay, but I am not going to sit there and brag about it. That's none of anybody's business. And I know I'm talking about it on here. Sorry, but I need a place to vent. But it's just obnoxious. And she's a farmer. She talks about how and I hate the way she farms. She's like an easy farmer. She's an easy farmer. She just throws 7 dust on everything and calls it a freaking day. Like, that is not how you grow vegetables. I'm sorry. I'm just ranting today because it's frustrating. Hello, Bushcraft. Thanks for coming in. I love ya. It's a false narrator. Yeah. It's completely it's everything that comes out of her mouth, I think, is BS. It's BS. I just try to, I don't know. It's very draining. I won't be working with her next year. The boss, I think, is kind of enjoying this because there's only going to be 2 people working there next year. I'm going to be in another cafeteria doing other things. So I'll be away from her. And then I was talking to my boss the other day. I was telling her, I've really had a hell of a year, okay? Because the teachers do not give a shit about my son. They do not give a shit. My son has came back home with a black eye. My son has came back with scrapes, with bite marks. My son has had multiple issues at the school and whatnot. And we're trying to deal with that. Not to mention, I've had health problems with my son. My son has had constant ear infections, constantly out of school. So I've had to miss work. I just have had a hell of a year. I have 2.5 weeks left, and I'm ready to get the hell out of here. I'm just ready for it. I get my crap done, and I just want to leave. It's horrible. Hello, NRV. Thank you for coming in. I'm doing wonderful. I am complaining. Ranting a little bit. It's just frustrating. Yeah, I'm ready for summer vacation. It's not going to be much of a vacation for me because June 10th, I'm going to be taking care of my mother-in-law, who is having back surgery, so she's going to be with us for 2 weeks. She won't be able to watch Fred, so I'm going to have Fred. If you have an autistic child, you would understand this, but I'm going to have Fred the entire summer with no breaks. There's going to be no breaks for me. I'm going to want to rip my hair out. There's only so much that I can take. So, and then me and my husband, we get no time together to just go and do stuff, like go shopping or something. We don't have that time, and it's just the tension gets high. We get frustrated. We get upset. So I get no breaks. Well, yeah, I would love to work in the garden. I would love that, but my son needs constantly watched. Otherwise, he'll do something he's not supposed to be doing. I love when he plays outside. It's just that sometimes he'll break into the garden, he'll let the rabbit out, or there'll be something going on with him. And then once he's outside, he never wants to come back in. So then it's a huge fight to try and get him back in the house. I've tried very hard to do, try and coax him back in with food, with drinks, with whatever. He will not come back in the house. He wants to be outside, which I don't blame him. If the weather's beautiful, he just wants to be out there and he wants to play, but then he'll get into things. Like the other day, he got into my bird bath. Like, there's just lots of things. His and Hers Landscaping. Hello, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. How did you hear about us here? So anyway, I've had a hell of a year, and I try very hard not to let that woman bother me, because like, work is kind of like my escape. I don't work that long, but it's like my escape from everything. So I try really, really hard not to let this crap bother me, but it does. I'm sorry, Bushcraft. You must be a saint. I feel bad for saying stuff like that, because it's so hard. It's on a level that's not like it's not like raising a normal kid at all. It's like a completely different level, and it's very frustrating, very upsetting. And then this is like my one outlet that I have for myself. I get 2 hours a day, and this is it. It's in my car. Where I don't have my son. I thought about, yes, most people don't understand, including my mother. Like, my mother will not watch her son unless I ask. She won't, and stuff like that. So she's going to have to start helping and have to start taking on a little more responsibility and start helping us, because it is very hard with my son. Like, if we get no babysitter, we get no time to do what we want to do. I can't even take my son to a grocery store. I had to go yesterday and do Walmart pickup, which was a big pain in my ass. Okay, you order things and then they don't pay. Oh, we don't have that. You mean to tell me you don't have apples? Every time I go in the freaking store, you have apples. So it's just very frustrating. I hate doing online order, but you don't have a choice, because every time I take my son in the store, he flips out. So something is going to have to change here before too long. Something. I'm going to have to tell my mom, hey, maybe 2 Saturdays a month, can you watch my son overnight? So me and Dustin can do some stuff, or get stuff done around the house, or whatever. I don't have a whole lot of people that will watch my son. And my mother-in-law was watching him. She'd watch him every weekend. And so that made it easier for us, because when sometimes we would DoorDash, and so we can make like some extra money. So we're going to have to start doing that again, because we have hospital bills and stuff we have to pay. So there's just going to have to be some kind of give and take here. Like, we're going to have to figure out something, because I can't. I'm so frustrated. So when I come to work, it's my escape from everything, and then I get a chance to make a little bit of extra money. And so when I have someone at work who just constantly bitches, complains about stupid shit, stupidest stuff. Like, one time it was like the ranch cups. The kids took too many ranch cups. What the hell is wrong with you? So it just gets frustrating. Hello, North Walker. Thank you for coming in. So it just gets super frustrating, and I just want to escape a little bit. I don't make that much, so it's not even worth talking about. So I'm not even going to talk about it. It's just enough extra to that I can spend a little extra money on myself. It's not really that much. But yeah, so it's just super, super frustrating. Oh, I appreciate it, Shawnee. It's just, I just really, really need a break. Gardening is important, and that's why my husband and I started gardening, to have that connection where we do stuff together, and stuff like that. So yes, gardening is very important, and we love to do it. Right now, let's talk a little bit about gardening. I did a video yesterday. We brought back out the square foot gardening tool, and it's actually okay. Since we got pelletized carrot seeds, doing the square foot gardening is actually really awesome, and it gave us enough space in between to let the carrots grow. I think we're going to have a really good carrot year. I'm sorry I have to go. People won't let me be great today. Oh, bye, Happy Mac. Have a good one. Yeah, I have 1,000 square foot garden. And then I have a food forest and a side garden that was my grandmother's that I keep up with. I also have, other things like weeding around my barn and weeding around the house and all that stuff as well. So it gets to be a lot. We have about 2.5 acres, and yeah, it gets to be quite a bit. The wonderful thing about gardening is it can be whatever you want it to be. Large, small, neat, tidy, chaos, annuals, perennials. Truth. I prefer it to be neat and tidy. However, sometimes it is not neat and tidy. It's chaos. But right now, we have a lot of stuff in our greenhouse. This weekend, or next weekend, we will get everything out, get it planted. I have some tomatoes and stuff that I'm going to put in the ground, just stuff like that. So, yes, I want to try at least once a week to pull weeds. It doesn't necessarily, I don't have to plant something, but I want to at least once or twice a week get in there and start pulling weeds, because if not, by the weekend, it is just a complete and utter freaking disaster. So my goal this year is to do like a twice a week, just get out there, even if it's for like a half hour, just start pulling weeds and getting some stuff done. A lot of weekend warriors plant everything in 2 days. Yeah, I mean, I used to do that. Actually, we used to plant things. We did it at night. We got so excited. We got some floodlights and shined them on the garden, and we got all of our stuff planted in one freaking night because we were so freaking excited to get our peppers and tomatoes and stuff in the ground. So, I really would love to like space it out like that. That would be awesome. To plant something new every couple weeks, that would be amazing. Then you would constantly have a flow of vegetables. That would be really cool. All right, see you later, Uncle Al. Do you use support for your peppers? No, we don't. I have cattle panel fences held up. Oh, okay, see you later, Uncle Al. I have cattle panel fences up. We will tie the tomatoes and stuff to those, and if the peppers get big enough, we'll tie the peppers up against the cattle panel fences. But for the most part, like in years past, we haven't did that with our peppers, but we do that with our tomatoes. 7 people in the house, 5 thumbs up. Please make sure to give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. So it's just, my life is kind of busy and it's very frustrating, and a lot of people don't understand it. I know I have, like, for example, my mother, who thinks that it's just so easy to raise an autistic kid. Like, he should be potty trained by now and he should be talking, and she just doesn't get it. And so then I'm backed up into a corner with that as well. He's a great kid. He's just not as fast as some other kids. So he's just not there yet. So it's just very frustrating. And I just really, really, really hope and pray that we can find a happy medium and have somebody help us watch our son. That'd be great. So anyway, I know I started off on this rant about my job. I do love my job. So that's another thing. I was like, I love doing this. I love being around the kids. I love the kids. So I just I just have 2.5 more weeks with this woman, and then I'm done. I thought I was going to be here forever with this woman. But they're moving me to another cafeteria because of budget cuts and whatnot. So I am happy. I'm actually gaining a half hour more, and so it's going to work out. Today was like, it's just so frustrating. And then she doesn't help me. That's another thing. Like, I help them. I am not supposed to be like a person that gets the food and brings it out and whatever. I'm supposed to specifically be washing dishes. And I help them, but they don't help me. They will just sit there and look at me, and while I'm washing all the dishes and putting them away. I wash let's see, about 150 lunch trays and during my period at work. So I do a lot, and not to mention all the like cookie sheets and pots and pans and whatnot. So so it's just very, very frustrating, and I don't understand why our school needs a side-by-side. I don't understand that. So thanks for listening to me bitch and complain. I appreciate it, guys. Just so frustrated with life right now. With life. Just frustrated. So like I've said before, I'm going to start putting out more shorts and a lot less videos. Terrell King, thank you for being here. That's a weird, that's something really weird to say to somebody. But I'm going to let it slide and see if you're a troll. Because who says that? Shorts are easier. Yes, they're easier, and it's just that's what I have time for. I don't have time to sit and edit a video and all of that and make sure that everything's right. And I do show the good, the bad, and the ugly with my gardens. My gardens are not perfect. I just really love to garden, and I love to talk about plants. So it's a lot of fun. And yes, we are all human. That is for sure. Some humans are a little more effed up than others, but yes, we are all human. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening to me and listening to my rant, because I've just had a lot of them as of recently. I think I've done a lot of just rant days, or I just have to vent, because if not, I will explode. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, my arm is hurting me. So I had to, there's a lot of logic with people that I don't understand. So I had to make a doctor's appointment today to just get a refill on my one prescription that I have, my one prescription, right? So I called the doctor's office and I said, can I just do a virtual visit since I'm just refilling my prescription? I'm not going in for any reason. I'm not sick. There's nothing wrong with me. Can I do that? And she's like, I don't know. The doctor's not going to be taking appointments for the next 2 months. And we can refill your prescription, but let me talk to her first. So now I'm sitting here waiting on a phone call that probably will never happen. And then I'll have to call them tomorrow. Like, what a pain in the ass. I've never dealt with such difficulties before with doctors. I just need to get my prescription refilled. I'm on my last prescription. I usually get 6 months at a time. Just fill it. I was going to get off my prescription this summer and see how that goes. But with everything that I have going on in my life and having to take care of my mother-in-law, I'm also doing a goodbye party for my stepdaughter because she's leaving for Alaska. I'm doing lots of things or whatnot, and I'm just like, I don't know. Should I get off this medication and just completely flip out? Or should I stay on it all summer and just wait? I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. And I hope you all are having wonderful days. The day is actually really nice, 64 degrees, and it's actually really beautiful out. So I'm hoping that when I get home, I can be outside a little bit and not hurt. I think I'm going to take some Advil and just push myself to get some stuff done that I really need to get done outside. Yeah. This weekend, I'm taking it easy. That is for sure. Oh, you have to head to work? Oh. Well, thank you, Bushcraft, for coming in. I really appreciate it. And thank you for letting me know that you've dealt with the same stuff. Actually, your stuff was harder, much harder, without another partner to help you. That is just rough. But thank you for letting me know that you understand me, that we're on some kind of wavelength, because sometimes I feel like I am just talking to a wall and people do not understand what I'm saying. And I have no one to relate to, no one to talk to about it. So it's just very frustrating. So 38 minutes to be exact, we have been on here. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to get off here. There's some things that I have to do. But I'll be here tomorrow, probably the same time, around 1:20ish. Hopefully I'll have more content to talk about and less bitching, I guess. I'll let you all go. My mom tried to call me, so I'll let you all go. And you have a wonderful day, and hopefully it's a good one. We will see you all next time. Bye, y'all.